Hey everyone, this is your stimulus update for Saturday, June 6th. This is for those of you that have still not received your first stimulus payment of $1,200. And I will be focusing on those of you that are SSI, SSDI, Social Security retirements, or survivors, VA benefits recipients, and railroad retirement benefits recipients. And also for those of you that are expats or living outside of the US and have still not received your first stimulus payment. If this is your first time to my channel, my name is Justin and I do daily stimulus check updates. So go ahead and subscribe to my channel now and hit the notification bell so that you will be updated each and every time I upload a new video. And I would appreciate it if you like this video so that YouTube will share it with others. And if you have any questions that I don't answer in this video, please be sure to leave them in the comment section below, and I will do my best to answer them in the comment section or in a future video. So let me give you a quick rundown of what I'm going to be talking about in this video, and just make a note of when the time is so you can watch each of those sections. And I will include a link to the timestamps in the description below. So first off, those of you that are VA benefits recipients, I will be talking to you first. And next, I will talk about the non-filers tool. Then those of you that are SSI, if you receive SSDI benefits. Then, if you are on any of those benefits and have a representative payee, I have a section for you. If you're an expat and living abroad and still have not received your first stimulus payment, whether you receive any of these government benefits or not, this section will be for you. And last, I'm going to be giving some information about the IRS phone numbers at the end of the video. So first off, let's talk about veterans. I received a comment from Stacy, and she says, I think veterans should be first, never last. Stacy, thank you for your comment, and I agree 100%. The veterans in our country have not been treated very well, and that's really frustrating for me. They've put their life on the line in the past, and they've done so much for our country so that we can be free, so that we can enjoy the lives that we have today. And it really bothers me that they aren't treated better than they are now. So the VA has said that they're working with the IRS to get you your stimulus payments. However, as you know, many VA or veterans benefits recipients still have not received their stimulus payment. Unfortunately, right now, you can check the Get My Payment tool and get information there, or you can call the IRS and receive information from the IRS and maybe straighten something out that they may have incorrect. But for veterans, sorry that it's taking so long. The IRS sure seems to be dragging its feet, and the VA needs to send over your information to the IRS. You shouldn't have to do anything to receive your stimulus payment if you're receiving VA compensation or pension. So let's talk about the non-filers tool. I've been talking about the non-filers tool a lot in my recent videos, and I've received comments from people that were instructed from the IRS to use the non-filers tool to enter their information, even though they were on government benefits such as SSI or SSDI and weren't required to do anything. However, if you do not file taxes and are not required to file taxes, you may use the non-filers tool, even though the IRS has said you don't have to use it. But I would suggest you call the IRS and talk to a representative to see if they have your information already on file and if they're just still attempting to process your payment. Then the IRS will instruct you whether to use the non-filers tool or not. But if you're sick of waiting and you're not going to call the IRS and get any information from them, you may use the non-filers tool if you do not file taxes. But if you're receiving SSI, SSDI, Social Security retirement or survivors, VA benefits, or railroad retirement benefits, you do not have to use the non-filers tool, but it is an option. So let's talk about SSI. I received a comment and it says, I still haven't got mine. I have Direct Express card. It's June 3rd, 2020, and I'm on SSI. Thank you for your comment. For those of you on SSI, June 3rd was the most recent direct deposit date for those on Direct Express or direct deposit. However, from my comment section, I'm reading that a lot of people on SSI still haven't received their payment. Really, what I would suggest is continue to check the Get My Payment tool. And if you can't get any information from the Get My Payment tool, you'll need to call the IRS to get a payment date. I can't give you a payment date, and neither can anyone else except the IRS. But if you're on SSI, the payments are coming out in batches each week, And for those on direct deposit or direct express, they usually come out on Wednesdays. So Wednesday, June 10th is the next date when payments should be going out from the IRS. If you don't get it on Wednesday, June 10th, you may want to call and get some more information from the IRS. For those of you on SSDI, I received a comment from Sheila Kane, and she says, "No stimulus payment. I'm on SSDI, have direct express." Thank you for your comment, Sheila. For those of you on SSDI, much like those on SSI, June 3rd was the most recent payment date for those with direct deposit or direct express. Whether you receive direct express, direct deposit, or a paper check, the IRS has said that you will receive your stimulus payment in the same manner that you receive your SSDI payment. If you're still waiting and you don't have any information from the Get My Payment tool as far as a date goes, if it says payment status not available, that means the IRS has your information, but they are still processing a payment for you. The IRS can get you a date at some point, but only once they have a date scheduled. If you want, you can call the IRS and try and get a hold of them. That's your other option other than the Get My Payment tool. Unfortunately, I don't have a specific date for you, but June 10th is the next batch or round of direct deposit and direct express payments. If you've been waiting for a while and you have a date that's already passed and it's been weeks since that date passed, you may want to call the IRS and try and straighten out where your payment is. For those of you with representative payees, whether you're on SSI, SSDI, or other government benefits and you have a representative payee, you should have started receiving your checks back in the end of May. However, a lot of people with representative payees in my comments still have not received anything. June 3rd was the most recent deposit date for direct deposit or for those with direct express, whether they have a representative payee or not. If you're entering your information into the Get My Payment portal and you have a representative payee, make sure you use that representative payee's address along with the stimulus recipient's social security number and birth date. But the Get My Payment portal is looking for the representative payee's address in most cases. So try both that address, and if that doesn't work, then try your own address if you're the stimulus check recipient. In addition, I had a comment from a person with a representative payee, and they say, "I'm a payee for my son and he hasn't received his yet." So what I would do is make sure that your son is eligible for a stimulus check. Your son needs to be 17 or older by the end of 2020. If they're younger than 17 by the end of 2020, then they are not eligible for a stimulus payment. In addition, if they are claimed as a dependent on someone's taxes, no matter what age they are not eligible for a $1,200 stimulus payment. If they are below the age of 17 before the end of this year and they're claimed as a dependent, the only money you could get is a $500 child tax credit. And that would be in addition to your $1,200 stimulus payment. If your stimulus comes without your $500 for your child that is a dependent, then you will need to file taxes in 2021 for the 2020 tax year to receive that $500 stimulus credit for your child. But for those of you with payees, make sure that recipient is eligible. They have to be over 17 and they can't be claimed as a dependent on anyone's taxes. And that goes for no matter what benefit they receive, whether they receive SSI, SSDI, or any other government benefit. They still have to be over 17 and they cannot be claimed as a dependent. So let's talk about expats, and I have potentially some good news for those of you that are living outside of the US. First off, I noticed on the Get My Payment tool this morning that there is a message that says enter your zip code only if the country on the address requires a zip code. So that to me means that you can enter in a foreign address on the Get My Payment tool. I don't know if it's always been that way or if that's a recent change, but if you're an expat, go ahead and try the Get My Payment tool again and see if you have any luck getting in there and getting a payment date or a payment status. So that's good news number one. Good news number two came from a commenter that is an expat and said, "I called the IRS and they updated my address abroad and told me I will receive it direct deposit to my foreign bank account where I receive my direct deposit from SSDI." So thank you for that comment. If this is true, this is huge news. Those of you that are expats may be receiving your stimulus payment to your foreign bank accounts. Most of the information that I have seen out there, and it was mostly speculation because the IRS never said one way or the other, but I had heard that the non-US based bank accounts could not be used to send a stimulus payment direct deposit, even if that was the bank account that you had on file with the IRS, or for your Social Security benefits or other benefits you're receiving. However, based on what this commenter said, the IRS told them that they will receive a direct deposit to their foreign bank account. So if this is true, that is fantastic news for those of you that are living outside the US and have a foreign bank account set up for your benefits. The IRS never has said that they won't deposit into a non-US bank, but kind of the speculation was that they wouldn't. So if this is true, this is huge news for expats, and that will be great news. It's not comforting to know that you still probably don't have your payment if you're watching this video, but just know that from what this commenter has said, the IRS can deposit payments into a non-US based bank. So let's talk about calling the IRS. For those of you that can't get any information for the Get My Payment tool, and I think that's a lot of you, calling the IRS is one of your last options, I think. I have had multiple comments from people where they have gotten a hold of the IRS, and remember, the IRS representatives are only available Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. till 7 p.m., and that doesn't include holidays as well. So during the week and 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. in your local time zone, and not during holidays. But there are representatives that are fielding calls and can actually help you with your specific situation. If you're calling the general IRS phone number, I would use something like, I'm a little worried that somebody else took my stimulus payment. Rather than just calling and saying, where's my stimulus payment, I would use the different angle and say, I'm concerned that somebody may have taken my stimulus payment. What can you do to help me? And I think in that instance, there's a better chance you're going to be sent to a rep that can actually help you work through your situation. I haven't personally tried this, but I think it's worth a shot, and to use that angle rather than just say, where's my stimulus payment? If you say that on the general IRS phone number, most likely they're just going to say, I can't help you, or they're going to transfer you and you're going to wait, and then you're going to get hung up on. But once again, try calling these numbers. They are frustrating and they do take time most of the time, but there are representatives that are answering phone calls during the middle of the week, and people are getting through. Most people don't, and most people get an automated message, and if you get an automated message that keeps repeating itself and saying the same thing over and over, and none of that says you will speak to a representative soon or stay on the line to speak to a representative, then you most likely need to call back, because you're just in the automated message loop and it's going to keep going with the automated message over and over again. That's the video for today. That's your stimulus update for today. I'm so sorry it's taking so long for you guys to get your payments, but hopefully we can get you guys some information soon, and hopefully most of you will be getting your payments in the next week or so. Thank you once again so much for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon.